And good evening, everybody. Welcome inside Knowles Soccer Field here on the campus of the University of the Pacific. Zach Bayruti, so glad to have you along for what is a soccer doubleheader tonight here in Stockton, California. First up, it is a women's match featuring the San Francisco Dons, the visiting club, and they are visiting the Pacific Tigers. And let's give you the starting lineups, and we'll start first with San Francisco. Their goalkeeper is Madeline Schiffel, Camille Wilson, also Letitia Torres, Sydney Telson, Hallie Bisson, Samantha Jennings, Autumn Smithers, Alex Alugas, Amanda Whittle, Ali Schaefer, and Jessica Nakai. So that's the starting lineup for San Francisco. For the Tigers, they'll counter with Lena Perry. She will be in net. Cheyenne Summers, Lily Higashino, Ashley Arnett, Alex Husar, Hannah Terry, Shada Ansari, Kendall Beach, Samia Adam, Maya Jones, and Courtney Callister. Those are the starting lineups for both teams as we are set to get this match underway from Knowles Soccer Field here at Pacific. Just a gorgeous night here at the start of this match. "82 degrees and sunny. Typical California weather despite it being almost November, and we are underway. The Tigers will possess it first. Tigers wearing black jerseys with the orange stripes. Black shorts. San Francisco wearing yellow jerseys with the emerald stripes. San Francisco will be moving from our right to our left, so where we are seated, in the Tigers from our left to our right as it's taken in by the keeper for the Dons, Madeline Schiffel. Long outlet pass off to the left. The Dons try to control in their own end. And the Tigers get it booted out of there. Courtney Callister turning the Dons away that time. Dons try and get it restarted on the far side. Autumn Smithers, a centering pass back. And they'll try and swing it to the near side, which they do. Ali Schaefer. Further to the near side, it comes to Sydney Telson. And now back to Schaefer. Long outlet up the far sideline. And the Tigers will boot that away out of bounds. That was Kendall Beach. Dons come in 11-3, along with 3 ties overall, 5-1 in conference. The Tigers 3-10-1 overall. They're 2-4 in conference. San Francisco coming off a great win last week. They beat BYU. Pacific, meanwhile, coming off a tremendous win at St. Mary's, a 2-1 double overtime victory. Coming to the near side. Oh, that's turned away by Maya Jones. Looks like it'll be a free kick for the Tigers. And the long outlet goes down to Ansari. And the Dons will repossess it back to the keeper. Out it goes, and coming to the near side for USF, it's Camille Wilson. Booted out of bounds. And the Tigers a 2-1 double overtime win on October 24th. That was at St. Mary's. The Tigers had a winless stretch of 7 games. And that stretch began on August the 30th. went through October the 4th with a match at LMU. The Tigers finally able to get back in the win column, beating Gonzaga here at Knowles Field 2-1, and that game was on October the 9th. Out it goes across midfield, immediately headed back the other way. Courtney Callister with the header, but the Dons control it again and moving with a shot that's saved for the Dons. That was Samantha Jennings. Shot, nice save, getting that ball up above the crossbar by Alina Perry, the Tigers netminder. We're just about 5 minutes in. And this will be a Dons corner kick. And that's a nice save by Alina Perry. That corner kick was attempted by Amanda Whittle of USF. Bit of an obstructed view from us, for us, from this vantage point, but it was Whittle attempting that corner kick for USF. But immediately, Alina Perry putting her paws on it, saving it for the Tigers. Now the ball loose in the Tiger backfield as they come cross-field to Ansari. Up ahead to the near side. The lead pass is going to be intercepted. That lead pass was intended for Maya Jones. This will be a goal kick for the Dons. Booted away by Madeline Schiffel, about near midfield. Tigers trying to get it back upfield and immediately back in the hands of Schiffel. Off it goes once again across midfield. Dons trying to control, and for the time being, they do. Tigers trying to find some space to clear it. They cannot. Chugging it upfield is Alex Alugas, I beg your pardon, for USF. Alugas, a senior from Los Altos. Free kick for the Tigers, and it goes across midfield. Dons take it back on the far sideline. That's Amanda Whittle. Whittle up near midfield will get it across to Camille Wilson. But it's stolen by Samia Adam. Now the Tigers trying to make a push. Up ahead it goes to Hussar. Hussar cutting midfield, left-footed boot, and it's saved by Madeline Schiffel. Nice pressure there by the Tigers, that left-foot attempt by Hussar. Stopped by Schiffel, right at Schiffel. And her kick to the near side's coming right for us. Off of our 10. A few folks ready to make a fair catch off to my left on that. Players jousting on the far side. Finally, it's USF coming away with it. Upfield it goes. Couple of headers, and it's taken by Courtney Callister. Up ahead to Lily Higashino, and now coming to the near side. Booted toward the goal by Shada Ansari. Don's pushing it ahead, and this will wind up in the hands of Alina Perry. across midfield into the Dons. Dons with it, playing catch right now, but it could go out the far side, and it will. It will be off Pacific. Kendall Beach is last to touch it for the Tigers, so Dons will throw it in from the far side. And a doubleheader here at Knowles Soccer Field tonight. The Pacific women taking on San Francisco Dons. And then we anticipate about 7:30 start time for the men's match. Pacific men taking on University of San Diego. We'll have both matches for you right here on the Pacific Digital Network. Goal kick for the Tigers, and not much on that. Don's able to keep it in their offensive zone. Well, the Tigers come away with it now near midfield and try and get it set up. Near midfield, team still trying to get something set up, and it's the Tigers who come away with it this time. Held now by Courtney Callister. It's got to be tripping. Tripped up was Alex Alugas. So free kick coming for the Dons. Taking it'll be Sydney Telson. Telson, a senior from Trabuco Canyon. Up ahead, off the head, I believe, of Husar. And the Tigers control off of that header. Oh, but the Dons able to take it back. Coming up the left side with it before being stopped. That was Amanda Whittle. And it'll go out of bounds on the near side. So Dons nearly with a takeaway there that almost resulted in a shot on goal. Looked like it was going to. Centering pass. Taken away by Pacific. So nobody home on that centering pass. Trying to make her way up the field and then losing her footing. That was Ashley Arnett. It was. That'll be out of bounds off Pacific. So the Dons to throw it in. Just about 13 minutes into this one here at Knowles Field. And the Dons will get a reset. They'll get it back to their keeper, Madeline Schiffel. Not a lot of action in the Tiger offensive zone over the last 5 minutes or so. Dons controlling on the near side. Oh, Sydney Telson getting it back, and now boot ahead. And the pass connects. And a shot on goal turned away. That shot was taken by Amanda Whittle. Turned away, diving to the right was Alina Perry. Goal kick comes to the near side. Tigers get it back to the defense, and now they'll try and control, but it's kicked out of bounds by San Francisco's Sydney Telson. Tigers throw it in, but nobody home. Or I'm going to toss in by Maya Jones. Goes right back to the Dons, into their netminder, Madeline Schiffel. Schiffel gets it away to the far side near midfield. Tigers trying to guide it up the far side, but it goes out of bounds. Tigers trying to get something organized. Not been able to do much offensively the last, I'd say now, about 7-8 minutes. Coming up near midfield, the Dons once again will get into their offensive end. Trying to make some moves around the ball is Amanda Whittle. Coming to the near side, and Whittle lost her footing for a moment. And it is indeed booted away by Shayda Ansari of the Tigers, but gotten right back by the Dons. Allie Schaefer gets it back to the keeper, and the Dons once again will have a reset. The Dons are going to get a sub in here. Rochelle Werakun will come in for USF. Coming out will be Autumn Smithers. Dons charging hard up the field from the far side, and a cross-field pass. Controlled for a moment. I believe controlling on the near side was Whittle. Tried to recenter, but it was kicked away by the Tigers.
Laddie, step up in the space a little bit here. More balance.
Corner kick is centered off of a head, I believe, of a Pacific player into the near side to Ansari, and Ansari will get it out of there for the Tigers. Looks like it's going to be a free kick for USF. And it will be, and it's up the far side. And back out of bounds it goes, and this will be a throw-in for the Dons. Centering pass. Be gotten out of there. I believe that was Maya Jones making contact with it. Back into the defensive end of the Dons. Out of the goalie box, it's booted away by Schiffel. Dons once again trying to get set up in the offensive zone, and that boot will go out of bounds off the foot of Jessica Nakai, junior from Torrance. Now at the 26-minute mark. You're in the first half of this doubleheader at Knowles Field tonight. Dons have been trying to get set up from that far end for quite some time now. The Tigers once again taking it away, and into the offensive zone it goes. Pass comes to the near side. This is to Ansari. Centering pass, and unable to control it, Cheyenne Summers. Good look there for Pacific, just unable to connect with that centering pass to Summers. Tom's trying to take it right up the middle of the field, and it's taken away, or kicked away, I should say, by Pacific. I believe it was Callister getting that away for the Tigers. Centering pass, and it's gathered in by Lena Perry. Dons once again with it to have a chance to get set up from just beyond the midfield mark. Kendall Beach taking it up for the Tigers, and the ball goes out of bounds, and the Tigers will get a couple of subs in. Hannah Stammer and Maddie Long. All right, it's Cheyenne Summers and Shada Ansari coming off the field for Pacific. Toward the net, and it's headed out of there by the Dons, but gathered in, and a shot on net just over the crossbar. That was Lily Higashino. Good look there for Pacific. Higashino just a little bit too high. Paddle for it near midfield, and upfield it goes. And diving on it was Madeline Schiffel. It was Stammer out in front. Schiffel, though, able to get there first. We're now more than halfway through this first half. the Dons will get a couple of subs in here in a moment. Tigers now with some pressure in the offensive zone. Fancy footwork being done by Adam. Sammy Adam still in pursuit. And she gets it back. And it goes out of bounds off the foot of Maya Jones, unable to keep it in. And now the Dons get their subs in. Maddie Glazer and Michaela Mercado. Tigers just kick that out of bounds. That's Hannah Terry just getting it out of there, but the Dons quick to get it back in. And back out of bounds it goes. Ebony Azigi in for the Tigers. And for the Dons, Allison Arola. Tigers cutting it to the middle. Out of bounds it goes. This will be back to USF. Tigers trying to put the pressure on. And the Dons pushing back. And now USF controls just outside of their offensive end. Dons blazing up the field with it now. And a bit too strong out of bounds. Don's trying to get it set up. Approaching the 16-minute mark. Here in the first half. That's out of bounds, back to USF. Sammy Adam trying to get it upfield for the Tigers, and she's turned away, but Pacific still controls. Lily Higashino on the far side. Gets it on up to Ashley Arnett. And a bit too strong right to the keeper. Madeline Schiffel still holding for the Dons. Strong kick away by Schiffel. Across midfield, ball is headed out of bounds to the far side off of Pacific. So the Dons trying to work their way upfield. That inbound pass turned away for a moment by the Tigers, but the Dons regather before it's hit on up ahead to Hannah Terry. The Tigers now control for the moment. Dons will steal it right back. Near midfield, it's nudged along to Maddie Long. Long on the near side, going toward the end line, lost her footing, and it's kicked away by USF. I believe it was Sydney Telson kicking it away. Corner kick for the Tigers, and it's out of the box. And a bicycle try from Hussar. Tiara Webb will get in there for USF, and she takes over for Samantha Jennings. Tigers trying to get it back to Alina Perry, but the Dons, for a moment, had a shot. Perry able to gather it in. Going to the near side and sliding down in front of us was Amaya Jones trying to keep that in for the Tigers. She could not. Don's trying to get it to the far side. And that is toward net. And turned away by the Tiger defense, but gathered back in by Carissa Martin, who just checked in for the Dons. It's going to be a shot toward net, but it bends away. Goal kick here for Perry. Some contact near midfield. No whistle, they'll play on. And it comes to the near side, and that should be off of the USF. And indeed it is. toward net. And that'll be wide left. Perry did not touch it. Don's trying to get set up in their offensive end. Carissa Martin, in the thick of things, it's passed along to Maddie Glazer. And the Dons now into their offensive end and deep. Pass to the far side. Dons are getting it set up to Arola. Tigers, for the moment, able to nudge it away. Centering pass, and that a bit too high, maybe a little bit wide. That was off the head of Martin, who's been in the thick of things since checking in a few minutes ago. In the corner, that was Maddie Long with it. She had it turned away, but it'll stay with the Tigers. Tigers get it back on the near sideline. That'll be out of bounds, and that'll be off of Martin. And once again, stay with Pacific as we approach the 8-minute mark here in the first half at Knowles Soccer Field. Sammy Adam now controlling near midfield, and she'll play it back. Under 7 to go now in the first half. Don's playing up into the near corner. Michelle Ruricon to the middle. And it's knocked down by the Tigers and booted away finally by Sammy Adam, who's been in the thick of things here in the first half for Pacific. Dons play it back to their keeper, Madeline Schiffel. That's out on the near side, and Pacific will throw it in as we are now under 6 to go here at half number 1. Still no score at Knowles Soccer Field. They're going to say off of USF. That was kind of a 50-50 ball there. They'll say off of USF. And once again, off of USF. Big boot from Schiffel. And the Tigers turn the Dons away for the time being. See if Pacific can get something set up in the offensive end, but back it goes across midfield. This is Martin up ahead to center. Tigers trying to get it away. Not much on that kick, and Martin again to the middle. This will be a shot toward the net. Did not find the net. It's Michaela Mercado for the Dons. Sammy Adam in the middle for Pacific. Trying to get it to the far side, just over the head. It was Bianca Lopez trying to get her head on it. Tigers across midfield as we tick toward 2 minutes here in half number one. They're trying to get it to Lopez down the far left sideline, and she's able to keep it in. Lopez seeing that ball go out of bounds off of the Dons. Still looking for our first tally as there's 1 minute to go here in the first half from Pacific. This will be a free kick for the Dons.
Move it. It's got to be whipped. Tack the ball. Let's go. Second knockdown.
To the middle it goes, headed away by Pacific. Dons trying to keep the pressure on with 25 seconds to go. Dons now to the middle. That shot turned away by the Tiger defense. That shot was taken by Mercado.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
Waning seconds.
2, 1.
And that's the end of the first half here from Knowles Soccer Field. No score at the end of 45 minutes. So we will step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the second half for you from Knowles Soccer Field to get our score at halftime. The Tigers nothing, the Dons nothing. This is Pacific Tigers women's soccer on the Pacific Digital Network. And welcome back to Knowles Soccer Field here on the campus of the University of the Pacific. Zach Bayruti, so glad to have you along for women's soccer on the Pacific Digital Network. The USF Dons and the Pacific Tigers. No score after one half of play, so 45 minutes back on the clock. And some numbers from the first half. Offensively, very much in favor of USF. The Dons had 8 total shots on goal. Tigers only 2. So USF now moving from our left to our right. Pacific from our right to our left is near midfield. Back into the Tiger defensive end. And out to the far side trying to save it and unable to do so is Kendall Beach. Tigers controlling, trying to turn it upfield. Ashley Arnett on the far side. Nudges up ahead, and some hand-to-hand combat going on just across midfield in that scrum for Pacific was Hannah Stammer. Back into the Dons' offensive end. Goes out of bounds off of USF. This would be a goal kick for Pacific. Tigers unable to penetrate the offensive end and back down to the USF. And it goes, and out the near sideline. This will be thrown in by Leticia Torres for USF. Oh man, the Pacific goalie, Lena Perry, tried to pick it up. We were obstructed from that view. She tried to pick it up and missed it, but the Tigers able to boot it away. I'm not sure who saved it for Pacific, but that was dangerous for the Tigers. USF regathers, trying to put some pressure on Perry, and she gathers it in without a hitch off to her right. She'll kick it away near midfield, headed on up. One-on-one getting back there for the Dons is Allie Schaefer. Schaefer turning, trying to get it to the near sideline, and it's off the foot of Alex Alugas. Tigers from the near corner trying to center it, and it's taken in by Madeline Schiffel, who went skyward for it. Schiffel able to boot it away to midfield to the far sideline and out of bounds on the far side. So right back to the Tigers on a throw-in.
Keep the game compact. It's easier. We got to get better pressure on the ball, guys. Let's go.
Tigers near midfield trying to generate offense. It's been a struggle for Pacific as, again, only 2 shots on net in the first half. On the far side, this will be thrown in by USF.
Wide. Open up earlier.
Dons will play it to the near side. Alex Alugas will give and go, and Alugas trying to get it back, goes to the near corner, and it will accelerate out of bounds. This will be a goal kick for the Tigers.
Gotta work. Let's go.
A long boot that time by Schiffel. Tigers, good push, and a shot saved by Schiffel. That shot was taken by Hannah Stammer.
Better, Holly Bisson, better.
Both teams vying for control near midfield. Looks like the Tigers will control it. Pass now to the right side, and it's snared by Schiffel. Nice aggressive play there by the Dons minder. And to the far side, and is stumbling into those concrete benches. I'm not sure who that was for Pacific, but she's all right. It's a long ways away from us. Believe it was Kendall Beach saving herself from hitting those concrete benches, as now it's played up ahead. Centering pass, and just off the mark. That pass was centered by Ebony Azigi. Azigi, the Stockton native who attended St. Mary's High School right up the road. Played ahead by Beach. It's to Maddie Long. Long streaking up the far sideline, centering pass, and a bit offline. Near side, it's Jennings for the Dons. Trying to take it upfield. She lost her footing. There's a whistle. It's going to be a free kick for the Dons is what it'll be. I thought it was going to be that. Foul committed by Pacific, so the Dons will be able to kick it. They'll try and center it here. Camille Wilson with the kick in, and it's booted high above the crossbar. I believe was Alugas, and it was. Alex Alugas got a foot on it. Kicked it over the crossbar. Tigers play it on ahead, but Schiffel there to corral it for the Dons. She gets it away. Dons in their offensive end. Alugas trying to play it up ahead. She does. It may be a little bit too strong. Some jousting going on, and who's the foul got to be on? It'll be on USF. It's Camille Wilson. She was jousting with Hussar. Kind of shoved Alex aside. They call that on the Dons. Dons controlling on the near side. Alugas. Some good footwork. Alugas trying to center, and good closure there by the Tiger defense. Taking the brunt of it was Courtney Callister, I beg your pardon. Also in there was Stammer, I believe, for the Tigers. Off the corner kick, the Tigers come away with it. Maddie Long going to the far side. Now back to the center, it's to Lily Higashino. But a takeaway for USF. Alugas on the near side for USF. She's been in the mix quite a bit here in the second half. Going to the left foot, and Alugas just a little bit too high. Good-looking shot there by Alex Alugas, senior from Los Altos. Maddie Long trying to play it up ahead for Hannah Stammer. Goes out of bounds on the far side. It'll be USF throwing. It's going to be a corner kick here for Pacific. And Stammer, I believe, is the one who will attempt it. And it goes to the middle, and it's gotten away by the Dons for the time being, and they are able to clear it. It's played nicely by USF. Somebody for the Dons got a head in there. Able to get it out initially, and then the clear. Tigers into the offensive end, and this is going to be gathered in by Schiffel. Good steal by the Tigers. Was stolen by Arnett. Pacific unable to maintain possession. It's taken back by the Dons. And they'll cross midfield with it. Out of bounds it goes.
For the Tigers, number 27, Maya Brown.
Nice footwork by Husar. Trying to play it up ahead to Lopez, and she lost her footing, and there's a player down for USF. I believe that's Alex Alugas. And they'll take a look at Alex Alugas. Not sure what exactly happened, but try and get her to her feet, and I'd imagine to the bench. We'll take a quick break and be right back on the Pacific Digital Network. We hope Alex Alugas will be okay as she's taken to the bench following an injury stoppage. Going to be put in play by Pacific, and the Dons in their defensive end will try and get it set up as it's kicked away by Schiffel. Don's getting organized. Comes towards center. And it goes off the foot of USF Samantha Jennings, but Don's able to get it back, trying to push it ahead. There's Allison Arola. Now to Jennings on the right side, flanking right. Jennings to the right of the goal box will center it. But gathered right in by Alina Perry without a hitch. Now the 27-minute mark, 3 subs for the Dons. Tiara Webb, Maddie Glazer, and Michaela Mercado. Camille Watson, Hallie Bisson, and Samantha Jennings will come off for the Dons. So 3 subs for USF. Dons in their offensive end. Play it to the near sideline and out of bounds. Tisha Torres plays to the near side, to Arola, and back to Torres. Now to the center, Tiara Webb, getting to Arola, I believe, and now a centering pass is broken up by Pacific. A lot of jousting going on between Eliza Hard, the Tigers, and Allison Arola for the Dons. It was on the near side, no whistle. Tisha Torres, centering pass. Good head away by Courtney Collister. Maddie Long trying to gather it in on the far side for the Tigers. She does. Has some company over there. It's out of bounds, back to Pacific. Long will throw it in to Arnett. Back to Long now, streaking up the far side. Long with a head of steam, stops her momentum. Dribbling to the middle, and she'll take a shot on net, and it's stopped easily by Madeline Schiffel. Shot on net. Was taken by Arola and saved rather easily by Perry. Was right at her. Liza Hard trying to take it upfield, and Hard hits the deck. Hard, no pun intended. And the Tigers get to throw it in. Centering pass nudged away by USF. Good footwork there by Jessica Nakai. Nudging that ball away. Now the Dons with some momentum into the offensive end. Nice job to get back there for the Tigers. Maya Jones getting back there for Pacific. Corner kick, and elevating to stop it is Lena Perry. And a whistle that's going to be on Pacific. So the Dons will get it started again. Tiara Webb to the end line. Webb centering pass off of Perry. Tigers able to get it away for the time being, but Dons still deep in the offensive zone. And finally it's cleared by the Tigers. That was close for the Dons. That's probably the best chance we've seen all night for either side. Now the Tigers trying a centering pass. Blocked away. .21.5 minutes. To go here in half number 2. Still without a tally. Sheda Ansari in for Pacific.
Attack the ball, nothing hits floor.
And 45 number 24 to back.
7 for 5.
Go, keep going, USF, let's go.
Ball being played at midfield as it's going back and forth between both sides. And the Dons trying to get it ahead, a bit too strong. Be tracked down by Hannah Terry. Now the Tigers coming up the near side. Kendall Beach cutting to the middle. Beach back to the near side to Arnett. Ashley Arnett, top of the goal box. Arnett cuts to the right, shot, and it's gathered in by Schiffel. Those shots on net have been few and far between tonight for Pacific women. 5 shots for the Tigers to 12 for the Dons.
You gotta stay, Till. Let's go, hey, tight now, tight, double up, Al. Find feet. Open up, get your shake, starting position. Pull it down, T. Good, go.
Keep going, T. Keep going, T.
Tiara Webb comes away with it for the Dons. Webb cutting to the middle. Webb has a clearing and swiped away from behind. That was Samia Adam, and then a sliding save by Perry. Technically not a save, but ball was headed her way. The 17.5-minute mark. Still no score here at Knowles Soccer Field. To the near side, Kendall Beach. Beach. Walking the tightrope, will center the pass. Played back, and a shot is too high. Really a mishit there by Arnett. Ashley Arnett had a good look right from the middle.
Play out! Come on, Charles, and pull it down, back in! Stronger, team!
Played to the middle of the field. Tigers trying to come away with it. Adam trying to push it forward, and she does. Adam with it now, cutting to the middle, and her shot is going to be well off to the right.
Got a ball win here!
That's toward net. And gathered in by Schiffel. 14:45 and counting to go here in the second half. Still no score. Shots are 12-8 in favor of USF. So the shots for the Tigers starting to climb. Finally accumulating after just 2 shots on goal for Pacific in the first half. And a shot saved by Perry. And a second attempt is wide. That shot was taken by Tiara Webb. On the near side, it's stolen by Webb. Trying to take it up for the Tigers was Ayers. This will be the USF netminder, Madeline Schiffel. Toward the Tiger net, right at the other netminder, Lena Perry. So from one goalkeeper to the next. going to be a call against Pacific. So bent toward the net and turned away by the Tigers. Trying to clear it for Pacific was Kendall Beach. The Dons able to get it set back up near midfield. Long boot in. Boot was by Ali Schaefer. And the Tigers able to clear it. Under 12 minutes now here in the second half to go. There's a shot off to the right. Taken by Tiara Webb. Out of the far side, the Tigers want a call down there. It's a bit of an obstructed view for us.
Proper matchup.
Looks like this will be a free kick for the Tigers.
Hey, I need a better matchup. Cut out driven ball. Cut out driven, Shape.
This is toward the net. And a bit too strong. It'll go out the near sideline. This will be thrown in by the Tigers down toward the end line. And that'll be a goal kick for USF. A couple of subs for the Dons. This will be a corner kick for the Dons. To the middle. And cleared by the Tigers for a moment. Booted back in by USF to the far side. And that's cleared out by Maya Jones out of bounds. Played upfield by the Tigers as we approach 7.5 minutes here at Knowles Soccer Field.
Nothing hit floor. Need cover. Letty pinch in.
Up to the near side. And that shot is saved by Schiffel. I'm not sure. Looks like somebody slid into Schiffel. Shada Ansari slid into Schiffel. I apologize. Our view is obstructed here. We're field level, and the subs for the Tigers are obstructing our view, but somebody slid in to Schiffel of the Dons, but she's all right. And it's a yellow card. So Ansari was given a yellow card is what it was. Don's trying to play it up to the near corner. That was Alugas trying to center it and turned away. 6.5 on the clock here in the second half. Don's trying to set it up in the offensive end. This will be a straight-on attempt and turned away by Pacific. Nice defense by the Tigers. It was Kendall Beach turning it away, and now the Tigers with a rush. Taylor Ayers. Ayers to the middle. Out to the far side. Intercepted by the Dons. Out of the corner, this is Tiara Webb. Webb trying to put it on net, turned away. Good blocking there by Pacific, and now the net open and a score. Off the rebound. Trying to figure out who that was. And for the Dons, it was Amanda Whittle. It was off the miss, the net was left open, and Amanda Whittle put it home for the Dons, who now lead the Tigers 1-0. It was all started when Tiara Webb was creeping in from the far corner. She took a shot, it was turned away by Alita Perry. I believe Perry was on her stomach. And the rebound went right to Whittle, who was able to put it home. And now the Tigers have about 4 minutes left on the clock here in the second half to try and equal the tally. Pacific will have to work quickly. So a real backbreaker for the Tigers. Shots on goal have once again dried up for Pacific. At one point, it got up to 12-8. Always been in favor of USF, but now it's 17-8 in favor of USF. It's been a while since the Tigers have put a shot on net. That'll be cleared away by the Dons. Thrown in by Beach. Tigers play it on ahead. That'll be taken in by Schiffel.
Bring off Camille. I won't change Camille. Leave it the way it's Camille, and you go to right back. No, not closing. No serve. No serve. No serve. Yes, for defense. Little drop. Drop. Little. Tuck in. Hands down. Watch the move. Whittle, drop.
Minute 40 on the clock here in the second half.
Straight back, AJ. Straight back.
This will be a corner kick for Pacific. And I believe attempting will be Hussar.
Attack the ball.
Hussar gets it in. Ball in the air.
Hey, Matt, manage it.
And it'll belong to USF.
Alex up high. Save time.
Under a minute to go now.
Slide that way and tuck in. You're right back now, Camille, to finish. Come on, Maddie. Press the ball, no serve. Flip it forward. Hit it to flag, Alex. Hit it to flag. Hey. Shoot. Schaefer.
15 seconds.
Stand people up, clip it.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Perhaps one last push for the Tigers, and it is turned away by USF goalkeeper Madeline Schiffel, and that will do it. The lone tally in this match came with just under 4 minutes to go, and it came from Amanda Whittle. So our final score in game number 1 of our doubleheader here from Pacific, the USF Dons 1, the Pacific Tigers nothing. We'll have the second part of our doubleheader coming up. It'll be the Pacific men taking on the men from the University of San Diego, and that'll be coming up next. Again, our final score here from this half of the doubleheader, the USF Dons 1, Pacific Tigers nothing. We'll have the men's match up next here on the Pacific Digital Network.